I'm Joe. The doctors and nurses are all feeling a little 6 foot under the weather, so I'll be your caregiver today. I don't have any actual medical experience, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express once a few years ago, and I watched several videos by Hooples cats, so I feel I'm qualified to treat you. Don't worry, it'll be fine. It's the coronavirus. It's just a flu. It's just a flu. It'll be fine. So you ready for the flu, guys? The Wu flu is here. um, yes, Hooples, I know I'm not shaved, but I have not left the farm all week, and I am out in the middle of nowhere. You got to shave for your masks, although I'm not taking off the mustache. My masks cover that, and it does not affect my seal, but you need to be clean shaven along the seal. Hooples has put out some good videos. I know he's a lefty, gun-grabbing loon and all that kind of stuff, but hey, what do you expect from medical people? I mean, they got to patch us up. It pisses them off when we shoot each other, He's put out some very good videos, though, and I recommend you watch them. This is not a time to listen to the very entertaining conspiracy theory tinfoil hat crowd. You are not going to be saved from this flu by elderberry suppositories or colloidal silver or whatever. It's not going to happen that way. It's a highly infectious viral coronavirus disease and respiratory disease, and it's going around. And what will save you is proper sanitary procedures, proper, I don't know what the word is, the medical word is, but to prevent the spread of the infection. Masks do help. There was a lot of people out there spreading this idiotic idea that masks don't help. Masks do help. N95 masks help a lot. That is why they are the global standard for wearing for dealing with infectious disease. Eye protection helps a lot. This virus can't go through your skin to get into your body. It's got to go in through mucous membranes, through your eyes, through your mouth, through your nose. I don't know if your butt. I don't know, but protect those avenues of entry to your body, and you at all times, and you won't get sick. And you will at least drastically reduce the risk of infection. When you think about it, there are nurses who are dealing with patients who have highly infectious diseases like this, and might deal with these patients all day, day after day after day, for a month or so. They will get coughed on, spit on, vomited on. They will be dealing with bedpans and messed up sheets and just all the terrible reasons that I never even thought about going into nursing. Worked briefly in a hospital and realized right away that wasn't for me. And they do that day after day after day at that close contact, and many of them don't get sick. Some of them do get infected, but many of them avoid infections. Even insanely infectious things like Ebola and stuff like that, they manage to avoid the infections. Why? Because these things work. These procedures work if you follow them properly. And so, don't listen to this, some idiot who smoked a bunch of weed and decided that that was the cure or something. Oh, it's cannabinoid resins is what you need. These people are fucking idiots. Even if cannabinoid resins or something were a solution, did in some way positively impact the viral infection, there's no way anybody would know that, because it's not like a bunch of Chinese are trying it. Don't rely on kooky stuff. Rely on washing your hands, a lot of hand sanitizer, isolation. Don't go out in public if you don't have to. Rely on the standard things, and you'll get through this. I hope you got masks and stuff like that. You need masks that fit you. Hooples has some videos to watch on how to tell if your mask is fitting you. I use these masks, which actually I got from Hooples a couple of years ago. He sent me a couple in an envelope, and I put one on just messing around and loved it. I wear dust masks out here on the farm because this is the dustiest county in the nation, according to the EPA.
and then I'll be working in a 100-year-old barn or something doing some stuff, and it's just terrible for my poor lungs. And so I wear masks, and those little masks, if I'm physically working and dealing with dust, I have trouble getting enough oxygen through them. But these things, for me, were great. You have good air exchange. You don't feel like you're, breathing in a jar. And they have metal strips above and below. You get a good tight air seal, or I do with my shaped face. And the main thing is when I'm working in severe dust conditions with this on, I don't taste the dust in my mouth. But when I'm working in severe dust conditions with the other masks on, I taste the dust in my mouth, so I know they're not working 100%. Anything's better than nothing, but, you know. So, and I hope you got your masks already, because the price of these things is insane. I originally paid, I want to say $65 a case for them. I got a couple cases. The price is skyrocketed. They're hard to find. I saw, and the cheapest I can find these is per box on eBay. The guy's selling them like hotcakes. I checked. He's selling like 4 or 5 boxes an hour at $111 a box. Now there's 6 boxes in a case, so that would come to $666 a case, which is not a good number to have on your side, uh, coming into a pandemic. Paranoia there, a little superstition. Um, but do something. Even a few layers of cloth is better than nothing. But just, I don't know. What am I babbling on about it? Because I'm telling you, don't listen to guys like me. Listen to people who know what the frick they're doing and have dealt with this. This is an infectious disease, just like any other infectious disease. If you follow those procedures, you will have the best chance of being okay. That's all I got to say. I wish you guys all luck. I don't want anybody to go down in this. The young seem to handle it very well. Older people, less well. People with health problems need to really especially be paranoid about their risks, especially if you have lung problems, COPD or something. I'm not an expert, I don't know, but I'm guessing if you have advanced COPD, this is a death sentence, right? Um, Smokers need to be careful. This virus, from what I understand, I have a son who runs a couple labs, med labs, but although I didn't get this from him, got it from the internet, but this virus exploits something called the ACE2 receptors on your cells in your lungs to get into your body. As far as they know, all races have roughly the same number of ACE2 receptors, but smokers have a lot more ACE2 receptors. That means more ways into the cells. Because it's a defensive mechanism, they create more ACE2 receptors to in some way protect themselves from the tar and stuff of smoking. So smoking bad. But it's probably too late to quit for this pandemic, but it's not too late for the next pandemic. So just, especially if you have health risks, take care of yourselves. I'm pretty healthy. I still have the same blood pressure. I keep track of my blood pressure from time to time. I still have the same blood pressure I had when I was 19. I keep track of my blood sugar. I have not checked it for about a year or two, though. Usually I check it like once or twice a year just to see how I'm doing, and I'll drink like a sugary drink or something and then keep track of it again, half an hour later, 15 minutes later, like that. And so far, my blood sugar is like the rock of frickin' Gibraltar. My blood sugar does not budge no matter what I put in my stomach, and that's good. And so, I'm pretty healthy, but I have a lot of allergies and things like that, so lung infection is probably not a good thing for me. But adjust your paranoia level to your personal health, I think, and then consider those you might infect. And also consider our healthcare workers. Our soldiers go out there and get shot at, and that sucks, and we love them for it, and we appreciate them for it, and we respect them for it. But what about our healthcare workers? These guys get in shit all the time. I mean, they'd be dealing with somebody who's got pneumonia or some other disease that could kill you, and a person is coughing on them and throwing up on them and shitting the bed sheets and all the, blood and whatever, all the things that nurses and doctors, but especially nurses, have to deal with. And, it's, think about it, guys. If you were given a choice of, okay, we're going to go spend a day out there battling Hajis, fighting over a piece of desert that's worthless, or you can get out of the fighting if you want and come and volunteer to work in the Ebola clinic with the Ebola patients, changing bedpans and dressings and that kind of stuff. Which are you going to choose? Personally, I'd say, well, let's go shoot at Haji's at 300 yards, right? Especially we got, maybe a attack helicopter coming overhead to help us out and stuff. Definitely. So these guys are going into battle just as much as our soldiers are, and we would not want to do something that exposed our troops to unnecessary risk. So don't do something that will expose our medical professionals to unnecessary risk, because if you're careless and you get the flu or the coronavirus and you get so sick that you end up having to get hospitalized on a ventilator and all that kind of stuff, you are putting those healthcare people at risk because you were careless and got sick. Now, it could happen to any of us. Any of us could get sick. We all know we can't walk around like the world is contaminated all the time, but do your best. Do your best. And let's get through this healthy and wealthy and wise. Okay. Good luck, everybody. I'm out.